Hey spooky family, and welcome to another Storytime video. So the other day I was listening to my local classic rock station and Ramble On by Led Zeppelin came on, and it reminded me that I have not told you guys about the summer of 2012. Back in 2012, I was 21, I finally had some money saved up, and I went ahead and made the craziest purchase of my life. At least everybody thought I was crazy for purchasing a beautiful 1966 Rambler Classic. I absolutely love antique cars, I love the way they rumble, I love just driving them, they're amazing. And I grew up with my family who loves antiques and all that stuff. So, I don't understand why it was such a shock to them that I made the purchase. So I found it locally, well, in a town a few minutes away from me, I guess like 45 to 50 minutes away from me. And I pull up with my dad, and the old guy that owns it was looking at me like I was insane because here's this young lady wanting this Rambler Classic, and of course, it's not really a fancy thing, a lot of times people are like, oh, it's, the dad buying it. My dad went ahead and inspected it, make sure it was okay, and while we took the test drive, the brakes went. So, since I agreed to buy it, the older gentleman that owned it was kind enough to put new brakes on it for me, so I didn't get to take it home right away. So he called me when the brakes were ready, my dad drove me out there, and I got in the car, got behind the wheel of that car. Now it was jet black and it had a red interior, and here are the pictures, it was so beautiful. And I get in the car and I put in the key and I turn it on, and I shit you not, Ramble On by Led Zeppelin comes on. So I crank down the windows because remember, this car's from 1966, there is no push button, you had to work for that fresh air, and just drove home on the most scenic route possible, stopped at the gas station on the way, filled up the tank, let the music go on about, and just fucking enjoyed that ride home. So a lot of funny things happened when I was the owner of this car. Unfortunately, a little bit after that, my family was going through some stuff and we had to get rid of the car in order to get through it. So, wherever you are, Bambi, I hope you're doing well. So, while I did own it though, there were some funny things that happened. A lot of the times when I would go food shopping or I would go out to restaurants with friends or something, I would always hear older folk, usually the dudes, saying how they would like to meet the old bastard that owns that car. And especially when I was pumping gas, I would hear that in the store to pay, and I would be like, well, I'm the old bastard. And they thought I was kidding. It just baffled them. And it's just funny the reactions that people saw when it was a young person. I know a lot of people thought that it was like my grandfather's car or my father's car, or possibly like a boyfriend's car. No, it was my car. I bought it with my cash. It was my baby. I loved that thing. I would talk to it like it was a living thing, that sort of ordeal. That is how crazy that car meant to me, and maybe I'm just one of those weirdos. So, that was a blast. I took my grandmother for a drive in it, and it made her feel like she was back in the 60s, really elegant. She would always have a confidence boost coming out, going to the banks and all that stuff. And it was a very good time. That was by far one of the best memories that I've ever had. So I hope you guys enjoyed this story time video. I will be making a lot more videos now that I'm feeling better. I will talk to you guys later and have a good one. Adios.